Hello everybody, I'm Thomas from Fiedler Audio, and this video is the beginning of a series of mixing tips for getting you started with producing in Dolby Atmos in your favorite DAW. We will use an existing stereo mix and go Atmos in small steps. That way you will learn all you need to know about music production in Dolby Atmos in a digestible way. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can stay up to date with the latest news, tips and tricks. Today I will show you how to quickly position your existing tracks in space in a very easy way. We will do this without changing the stereo mix at all, and thereby we will be able to A/B compare our existing mix to its Dolby Atmos version with literally one click. This will be possible because both versions of our mix live in one session file. In this video I will use Cubase, but this approach works in any DAW. We have created equal demo sessions for all DAWs, which can be downloaded from our homepage. More about that at the end of this video. So, here we have a set of stems as our stereo mix. Let's first listen to that. Okay, so now that we know the stereo mix, let's listen to the Dolby Atmos version of it.
Don't
as you most probably hear, that is already more enveloping than the stereo mix, which in comparison to the Atmos version sounds smaller, like it is just happening on a line between your two ears. Now, let's see how this all works. I created a few buses with one Dolby Atmos beam plugin on each. The Dolby Atmos beam is a panner which pans and sends the incoming audio to the Dolby Atmos composer on the master channel. The basic idea here is that each beam is sending the audio to a specific set of virtual speakers in our composite. The tracks of the stereo mix are then routed via sense to whatever bus we want and are thereby output to those virtual speakers. That way our stereo mix is not touched and we only take from there what we need to create the whole Atmos mix. Now let's do it from scratch step by step. Here's our virgin stereo mix. Please be aware of the fact that the sample rate of the session must be set to either 48 kHz or 96 kHz, as those are the only sample rates supported by Dolby Atmos. First, let's put the Dolby Atmos composer onto the master channel. Then let's create and name the buses. The names for the buses are the names of the speakers in our composite. The composite layout here is called 9.1.6. It consists of 9 virtual speakers around us, 6 virtual speakers above us, and one so-called LFE channel. We will ignore the LFE channel for now, so we only use the 9 plus 6 speakers. Okay, so let's put a Dolby Atmos beam on each and pan it to the target speakers. The first stereo bus goes to the front stereo speakers. We also set the plug-in output of beam to mute so that the audio on those buses only go to the composer. We also have to select 9.1.6 as the composite layout, which we can do right here in beam. The second bus is the only mono bus and goes to the center speaker. The next stereo bus goes to the wide stereo speakers, which are next to the front stereo speakers. This bus goes to the side speakers. And this bus goes to the rear stereo speakers. Now we have finished the speakers on the horizontal plane, and the remaining buses go to the speakers above us, starting with the top front speakers. Next are the top side speakers. And finally the top rear speakers. Now the only remaining thing is to send each channel of our mix to the speakers we wish to. So let's do it. That's all we have to do to make a first step towards bringing an existing stereo mix to Dolby Atmos. Okay, so let's quickly recap the steps. First, we instantiated the Dolby Atmos composer on the master channel. Then we created the buses which are meant for the different speakers of our composite layout. Then we put a Dolby Atmos beam on each of the buses and panned them to the positions of the different speakers in our composite. Also, we set the plug-in output to mute so that the audio only goes to the composer. And finally, we sent the audio of each track to the buses representing the speakers in our composite to position them in space. Now, having everything set up in this way, let's play it back and switch back and forth between the original stereo mix and the Atmos version by just bypassing and reactivating the composer.
But I need a home.
This way we can make sure that the Atmos version is on the level we want it to be. Another good thing about this way of doing things is also that all volume automation, solo and mute, as well as the panning of the original mix are fully present in Dolby Atmos as they are in the stereo version without having to do it all over again. For that to work, all sends to the buses with the beams on them have to be post-fader sends. So now that the mix is ready, we can export the 80 MB WF file directly from the composer and deliver it to distributors such as Apple Music, Amazon Music, Tidal, and so forth. If you want to know how exporting works, please watch our Dolby Atmos Composer tutorial about it. There's a link in the description. Although using this technique is not the usual way of doing Dolby Atmos mixes, still it is a quick entry into the Atmos world with existing stereo mixes and just a few steps to get to the next level. This way of doing things is still focused on a channel-based approach, meaning that all panning is done just by selecting the speakers. This might be okay for a static panning, but once you want to move things around, you need a different approach. In the following mix tip video, we will expand our creative possibilities, moving away from the channel-centric view towards object-based mixing, which takes full advantage of all what Dolby Atmos has to offer. On our homepage, we have recently created a knowledge base where you can download the project used in this video for most available DLWs. There is a link in the description. In the knowledge base, you will find also all the tutorials for our products as well as session templates. We will continue to expand this knowledge base so that all information can be found easily in one place. And that's it for this video. We hope it's been helpful. Please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified of any updates. Thanks for watching and happy mixing.